I must say, guys, I love the drama the Siyamosha housemates are bringing to the table. I'm not gonna lie at all. Hey, babies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sale with Mimi where you get a gist. I see they do waiting. I see they hurt. Of course, you know there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze, you do what? You lose. Are you here to subscribe to this channel? Or are you still sitting on a far long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me. How do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get a gist? I see they hurt. Guys, you know the sweet part of BBN or bbnzansi or whatever BB Titan. The sweetest of BB whatever is the drama, that this housemate bring to the table. And it may seem as though the Siyamosha that this season was given, it is actually worth it. Yes. Watch to the very end so you don't miss any of this gist at all. As usual, I have saved the last for the best. So guys, still on Yolanda. Yolanda is still lamenting on Liema ish, on her being loud. Remember, she said earlier on her diary session, if you have seen the video, I've actually related to you guys on how the diary session went. If you have not seen it, that means you're still sitting on a far long thing. Kindly go there. It is sitting pretty on my channel. So she actually displayed and was telling Biggie that she's not going to be keeping low for anybody. And saying that, she's still repeating it to the housemates who care to listen, as she was telling Mitch and Chwenza, as she said, hey, I am not going to keep low or lay low for anybody. I already said it that I am a loud person, When she keeps saying this, in my innermost mind, I'm like, oh no, this person cannot even stay close to me because I hate noise. I literally hate noise, guys. Hey, so I think I don't like noisy people. There are some people that are naturally loud. So somebody like Yolanda cannot even be in my space because, guys, I love serene environment. Like, I love calmness, So, yeah, I can't even deal with noise. So she was trying to tell them that she's a loud person and she's not ready to adjust for someone else. And I think that is not really cool because you do not expect everybody to be like comfortable with your loudness, So, and then she was like, even her neighbors, even her neighbors use that on her. And they're like, Mitch was like, wait, your neighbor even know that you are so loud? And she was like, yes, my neighbor is my friend, but she complains a lot about how loud I am. So she insists that she's not going to keep cool, or very loud. And also she said one thing that got to her that made her add the noise was Lema told her to shut the F up. Yes, and then she couldn't find that funny because she had said it yesterday and then she repeated it twice today. Hence she increased the sound of her noise. Okay, guys, that aside, before we continue, let's talk about the evicted housemate Malik. She said something that has actually stirred brows. When she left, I was telling you guys there was a time when they were having one convo in the house. Housemates were trying to lay out the complaints in the house, like what they observed from the housemates. Yeah, Malik said something that she has her eyes on a female housemate. That she's not going to mention name, but she's just taking it cool. Guess what? That housemate is Z. Hey, wahala. She actually, in one of her interview, she said she got her eyes on Z and she actually made a pass on Z. But she did not make the pass like in full force. That she was taking her time. She doesn't want to rush it. I'm like, wow, woo, Omo. It is the I don't know how to put this. It's just like liking your same gender and you're proud saying it comfortably. You cannot do that in my country. Rather, they do that in secret here. All right, talking about Z, Sinai and Z, were having convo discussing on how to make babies because Sinai was like he can't wait to make babies and all of that, and then Z was like, when you make babies or invite me for your name, all those kind of convo. Sinai was like, he can't wait because that's his job, his duty to make babies. While they were having their cool convo, Liema came to join them with laughing out loud, and they joined her in laughing because they do not know why she was laughing. Liema continued laughing, and they're like, Liema, what is happening? Why are you laughing? And she was like, guys, they have started again. They have started even worse. And then Sinai was like, who? Which people? Mind you, do not forget Z is on that bed with Sinai, and Sinai and Liema are siblingship. Now, for you guys that are always dragging Z and Liema on the social space, you guys are creating rivalry. If she was not comfortable with Z presence, she wouldn't have laid out her heart in the presence of Z to Sinai. So she said it is Jared that else was sitting on top of him this time, So they were trying to advise her. They were like, see, ignore. Do not show them that it touches you or it pains you that they are having a thing. If you make the ladies know, it'll make else Mpumi know that whatever they are doing is getting to you. They would actually do what so as to get to you. So they were, even Sinai was saying the same thing to her. She was like, yes, that's what she's doing. That's her coping mechanism, acting like she do not care. I'm like, wow. For this thing to be getting to Liema this way, that means she really liked this dude, which is Jared. Last, they came to play game, but when they start falling, they wouldn't know, because if she was playing the game, what she would have done at this point is look for another guy she would use to make Jared jealous. But this time, for her to go complain to Sinai and Z, that means it is really getting to her. So while they were having that conversation, this guy, Jared, came to them, and he was like, I know you guys are discussing about me. When you do something, guilty conscience with your conscience would definitely prick you, like you would feel it, So, and he was right, actually. He was right. Because truly the convo was all about him, and then he was like, what have I done this time? What are you telling them about me? And he was like, well, anyways, I know maybe we'll probably kiss later or something like that. Don't you miss me? All of those words. And then Liema was laughing. I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm cool. Sinai and Z laughed it all loud. So after he finished saying whatever he was saying to them, he left them to be alone. And then they continued with their gist and they started laughing it all loud. Like Sinai, Z and Liema, they were like, wow, this one is being caught in the arts because this guy knew we were talking about, him. And they are like, he knows what he is doing. Just do not give the ladies the attention that it is getting to you. So when Jared left them, Jared went back to Mpumi else. And because of the attack, so they were just discussing about the attacks and everything. Meanwhile, Mpumi earlier on, before this whatever sitting on him or not sitting on him, came to meet Jared and else and was like, oh Jared, it is very easy for you to meander, like go from one lady to the other because you are a man, And then she was like, tell me, are you ready to risk it like with what you have now and go for another lady? Jared was acting like he do not understand, and then else tried to put it in a layman's language, as she said. What she's trying to say is, are you ready to have another person while Liema is in the picture? I'm like, wait, hold up. Is this how desperate these ladies are? Or am I missing something? Wahala for who don't get man, no. And then Jared's reply actually sweet me because he said that, guys, I think I cannot do that because I already have a soft spot for this lady. Now, guys, it is giving realness. And then Mpumi was like, is it because you like her, that's why you cannot do it, or because you're actually feeling for her so as not to break her heart in the house? And Jared insisted and said, as the day goes by, that he is growing soft spot for Liema and that he's not ready to actually spoil what he has built with Liema because of someone else. And the lady could not find this. Like, they think this is not possible. That is why when I say drama too much in this house, so this is exactly what I mean. Mpumi and else, they are just doing disruptors' job for them. If I am those disruptors, I would just leave Liema ship alone and look for maybe Papa Ghost and Lerato ship and handle, because Liema and Jared's ship already has Mpumi else in it, and they are seriously going in for this ship, like, and even when Jared has told them that, oh, see, I do not think I'm leaving Liema for anybody, they will still continue with disturbing this dude. He said, I'm actually ashamed on else and Mpumi behalf. Imagine asking a guy if you can be his second option. Liema, sorry for you. And the funny thing, Jared is actually giving them that room. He doesn't want to act so stiff, to the other housemate because of Liema. But at the same time, he is trying to create the boundaries for them to know that, hey, it is Liema I want for me. I don't know if you guys get this, but I like it that he's not trying to isolate from the ladies. And he already told Liema that what's come to us, that he's going to be chopping nomination back to back every week. No, and one thing I'm very sure is Liema would definitely be on the chopping block next week, in as much as there's not going to be eviction next week though. All right, guys, let's enter bbnaija gist though, because too much wahala full for bbnzansi. Toluwa said, one thing I love about Pere, no matter how little things you do for him, he will always appreciate it. I love him so much. Thank you so much. At EK exclusive, Pere Ebi with the silent intruder. So why is this happening? Pere, I told you guys, Pere is actually sharing his invite on the silent intruder, which is going to premiere on the 9th, I think 9th of February. Is it 9th or 12th? I think 9th, yeah, 9th of February. And then he has been sharing his invite, and he gave Ike an invite. And people are like, wait, remember, Pere had a thing with Mercy, and Ike was Mercy's ex. And people think Ike will be beefing Pere or something like that. I know fans build up walls on their head and be like, this thing should be like this. Wahala. Meanwhile, Pere went, and then they made a video. Ike was like, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna promote it, we're gonna be there, we're gonna be outside, promoting the guy's movie that he's gonna be outside for the silent intruder. Fans, Zukwani Ike, you guys should be calming down. Take a chill pill and calm down. So people are like so surprised to see that Pere went to Ike's crib to invite Ike. Another trending gist on the bbnaija street is Doyin. Yes, remember, Doyin's corner is gonna be out today 9 p.m. Where Adekunle is the guest for today. That people have been anticipating for this one. And guys, the sneak peek is out. There's a trailer where Adekunle asks Doyin that, why do you think you did not make it to the final? And Doyin said, because Nigeria cannot handle me. I am too much for Nigerians. And Adekunle said, well, how do you mean? And she said, because I am actually too much. I do not need a sheep to actually be the topic. Like, if you want to talk about Doyin, it's not because of sheep or anything, that she was solely herself in the house. She did not tend to trend because of sheep or anything, but because of her personality. So she feels she is too much, for the crowd and Nigerians or the fans at large, hence she did not make it to the finale. And that has actually stirred brows. Fans are like, people are like, netizens are like, wait, how, who sent you? But truth to be told, right? If we can say the truth, Doyin is reality TV gold. You didn't need a sheep. A sheep no need you. They play. We have all watched the show. Not before the same house Kidwire for reject you. The guy can't even they run from you. They have not even aired this particular episode. You guys are coming for Doyin already. But can we say the truth? Doyin actually was trending in the house. She thought she was not doing anything, but she was literally trending a whole lot of times. Small yash they shake, see her big mouth. This one way face they like New Yam Festival. Who go need this kind of sheep? Instead, I go find camel. Very true, Dex. This girl, guys, I can't hold my laughter. These guys are not serious. Lamba. Doyin is always full of herself. It is well. She know they fear anybody. Indeed, you're too big for us. But sincerely, Doyin is a finalist material. I don't know why she did not make it to the final. But if you ask me, I think that lady is a finalist material. This one said Delulu, facts only. She is right though. Person where all the guys reject, they talk about sheep. Doyin and her mouth. So guys, I want to ask you, do you think Doyin is not a finalist material? If people are being sincere, Doyin is a finalist material. Though all the housemates cannot make it to the finale, but Doyin is a finalist material, and that's something I know. I don't know how you see Doyin, but I see her as a finalist material because in that show, she literally made people talking. So guys, what do you think about all of this? Because I will be dropping my voice right here. And now to see you guys later. Thank you so much for always sailing with me, my babies. Do you know that I love you so much? I'm very sure you should know by now. Bye for now, babies.